Okay, here we are back in the cardboard box of doom, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of RedShrike. Now that it's universal, it's much easier for me to do a video of it because the previous phone app wasn't as good, wasn't as photogenic. All right, so here we are. Here's his RedShrike. Now, I'm just going to start off with a new sound. I've done videos on the ice gears, other Mersenne and Laplace and the other one, and this has a lot in common, but it's got a few nice features, and let's just run through it. So RedShrike, what is it? Okay, so here's the signal flow. We start off in the top corner with the oscillator. Now all of these sections basically have their own modulation. So here, this LFO, they can see pulsing here, can be set on both sides to modulate over on this side the resonator depth or the resonator pitch. Over here, this one LFO can be used to set the frequency modulation or the oscillator position. And as you said, so this is a shared LFO, that's a shared LFO, this one's by itself over here. Or I can use an envelope to set any of these parameters as well. So anywhere you've got the flashing light, that's somewhere you can use an LFO, but you generally have the option of LFO or envelope for any of these things. So starting in the top corner here, I've got an oscillator which can go over from square through to saw via a triangle wave. And if I want to move that around, that modulation there, I can either do that via envelope. So if I set the envelope to minus, that's going across to the square side. If I set that to plus, I'll try how's that going. Okay, so that's definitely starting over on the sine side and going over to the square side. So you've got this, you can modulate via envelope, which modulates which way this is moving, or the LFO. And you can hear that going from one side to the other and back again. If I use the envelope, I've got attack and decay, so a simple envelope, so I can set the envelope as well. See, I've already got quite a lot of movement going in here. I'll reduce the LFO rate. Alright, so we've set the oscillator. Now I can mess around with that now using FM. So if I set the depth somewhere in the middle, you can hear there's quite a lot of FM going on there. Let's try that. Now you can hear the frequency is following the note, which is nice. So if I did something like, okay, there, so I've got an octave or so above the oscillator. Not quite an octave, it's slightly detuned, but there you can hear it following the note. I've got this two types of FM. I've got the strong or weak. And I can set the depth here either using the LFO or the envelope. So it's the same envelope as I've got in the oscillator, or the same LFO as I've got in the oscillator. So I'm going to share that LFO with the oscillator. But I don't want it to be nearly as deep as that. Okay, so you can hear I've got this note that starts off reasonably clean and then gets all dirty there. Now I've got this detune here, and I've got a lovely square sub, and I've got here the level for the oscillator section. Okay, now I've got a pitch envelope here, so in the same way that if with say a kick drum you want to start high and pitch low very quickly, or if you want to start low and reach the note, let's make the attack. Now the decay and attack works slightly differently here. Hear that? Okay. Okay, so the attack is going up to the note and decay is going back down to the note here. So if I just leave attack on 0, you can hear the decays. I'm going quickly going down to the note. Here more slowly going down to the note. And if I go the other way, you can hear now rising up to the note because I've got the envelope that side of the on the minus side, and I've got decay here. So if I wanted a slow riser, I can go and so on. Now if I put that there, you can also set this to an LFO, so you can have the note drifting up and down. You've got drift, which I'm not quite sure what it does, but I think it depends. I think that's how much it stays in tune. Okay, and then you've got a noise section. Let's just turn the level down on here. Noise section. Got white noise. Oops. Yeah. Pink noise. Blue noise, whatever that is. Pitch noise. Digital noise. Noisy. And glitch, which is like crackling. And that can come in and come out. I'm going to have a bit of pitch noise in here, I think. I'm going to have it slow. It's a slower attack, and then let's have the level come back on the oscillator. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of release onto the amp. That's nice. Right, now on the resonator section is very similar to resonator section you would have seen on Mersenne, I believe. I can set the resonator to resonate based upon the oscillator or the noise or both. Let's just have it on the noise. I'm going to turn the oscillator back down again. And let's have the depth up here. Right, there you go. Now you can hear the resonator resonating. Let's have it an octave above. Let's have a bit of a slow attack. And let's use the sort of a wolf howl, which is insane, so let's have a bit of that. That sounds good. All right, and now I'm going to bring back in the oscillator sound. All right, that's freaky. Okay, I've got a low pass filter I can apply to the resonator as well, or I can apply before the resonator, should I say. Right, and now I've got a filter here, which is a low pass filter. Let's have a bit of envelope on that, and a slow attack, and a bit of resonance. Some drive and some low boost. That's an absolutely horrible sound. Okay, and let's stick a bit of standard reverb and delay on there. And a little bit. We have horror music for a horror movie, which is great. I quite like that, I'll save it. And let's have a... Alright, there we go. And as with many of the other apps, you've got a very nice arpeggiator. There's quite a lot of programming involved here, and I think I've been through it before, so I'm not going to go into it now. You can map all this to your MIDI controllers very easily. It's got MIDI Learn in there, which is great, and you can set various other bits and pieces. So actually, a very nice synth, unusual sound. You're not going to get that from much else, except for the other Iceworks synths, which especially the ones with the resonators, which do have that kind of vibe to it. But if you want a sort of physical modelling sound with some noise and movement going on there, this is a very interesting synth to play around with. Okay, bye.